Okay, we are on air. Okay. I'll read the quote, unless you want to read it. Do you want to read it? Okay. This is by President Dieter Uchtdorf, and he said, "Great marriages are built brick by brick, day after day, over a lifetime, and that is good news. Because no matter how flat your relationship may be at the present, if you keep adding pebbles of kindness, compassion, listening, sacrifice, understanding, and selflessness, eventually a mighty pyramid will begin to grow. If it appears to take forever, remember, happy marriages are meant to last forever." Shit, dang.
President Dieter F. Uchtdorf said that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Since you need to think. Okay.
No.
Love requires work. And I really appreciated how hard Curtis has worked in our relationship, because he loves reading books about self-improvement and how to improve the relationship. In fact, some of the books that we've read is like Attached, and this is between the two of us. So like I haven't read all of these books and he hasn't read all of these books either. So Attached is one that I read. You read it too. It's okay. It's okay. Forgive me. Attached. How to avoid falling in love with a jerk. Hold Me Tight. Love Sense. That's what you read. And They Were Not Ashamed. Knowing Her Intimacy. Right? You're reading that?
Intimate. Yeah.
Intimacy. Yeah. Intimacy. Feeling good together, and A Total Money Makeover. And some of these books they focus on different topics rather than just love in a relationship. Like some of them work on your own self-improvement. Like for instance, Feeling Good is about your own therapy, your own cognitive behavior, your own emotions, that kind of stuff. And it's important because that really, really, really affects the relationship a ton. Yeah. And then there's also one about finances, which is also super important in a relationship. And then there are others that are about like decisions in love, and then how to grow closer.
Make a healthy relationship.
And then even about physical intimacy.
Which is very important. And just a plug for that is that it's very important to know and understand those topics, because your conceptual framework for those things can influence drastically a marriage and can be a huge problem.
Yeah, you can see he really useless.
Yeah, that and money.
Also,
and communication.
Yes, communication, and that is work too. Let me tell you. So, because some of the conversations are like hours long, and they sometimes involve a lot of stress, a lot of tears, a lot of hurt feelings, and a lot of work. You have to stay in the conversation when sometimes you feel like just running away. And then, it also, but these conversations are very important for building a happy and successful marriage and relationship and family. And they ultimately strengthen the connection between us. So all the work is for a good purpose.
Yeah, and work and repentance oftentimes coincide drastically. And one thing that has really made an important deal for me is spending time working on the relationship, even not with Erin. So spending an hour, 2 hours every day reading a book or listening to something. Because ultimately, I work so hard on my education, but how hard do I work on my relationship? And am I giving equal time? At least I'll have Erin for eternity, and I'll have a job or in this OChem class for a semester. And so the knowledge I can gain about healthy relationships and building healthy relationships is more important and pertinent to my day-to-day life than any OChem textbook that I can read that day.
Yeah, it's very true.
And it's just so important. And work is so important because if you really strive to figure something out, you will. Although no matter how hard you wish or want something to occur, if you don't put in the work, it won't happen. You have to actually put the rubber to the road, sit down with a book, read it, draw up the therapy, try and figure it out, because you need to be able to actually do what you're talking about.
You're really good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel like
So every person puts in work a little differently. For me, I've learned through books, and I know how to apply and learn through books. Erin likes to do things. She kind of just runs at it until it breaks, and it works for her. And like for me, that's hard. I could never do that. But she likes to. I like to study it out and then try it out. She likes to just try it out. She gets a basic idea of what it might be and then goes for it. And she's willing to put up with the bumps and bruises that happens along the way. I'm not so forgiving of the bumps and bruises. I kind of want to have to do it perfectly from the start, and so I study it intensely.
For instance, we just had a conversation about how I should probably ask more questions to express love. And for me, I just kind of just do it and like see how it goes, ask him how it goes and stuff. But for you would probably have like read up about how to do it and how to improve your relationship with your best friend and that kind of stuff. Before, well, not before you would try it while you did it, but that's
and
a
like
big difference.
And our different styles of working at it complement each other. I appreciate her ability to work, her perseverance, her patience, her forgiveness. She works at things in real time. I work on things preemptively and then try and put them in action.
Yeah.
And I can give her things from my studies and say, oh, this is a concept that I learned. This is something we can try, or ask me this question, or try and frame it this way, or help me with that. And she's more than willing to do that. And by being willing to do that, she accesses the work that I've put in.
Yeah.
And she can benefit from the work that I put in. At the same time, Erin's ability to work comes through patience and perseverance, even though things aren't working out. She'll continue to work. She has incredible faith in the relationship and where it's going, and she puts in the work in a very real and tangible way. I don't necessarily have as vital a faith or as viral a faith or as strong a faith in that way. And so her ability to continue to work and stick in the relationship, even when it looks hopeless and even when I don't know the answers and even when I don't think the relationship is turning out the way it should be, her work and her work ethic is very important. Her continued hope and doing things despite any.
Yeah. Thank you. I really like F. Burton Howard's quote in General Conference of April 2003, and he says, if you want something to last forever, you treat it differently. You shield it and protect it. You never abuse it. You don't expose it to the elements. You don't make it common or ordinary. If it ever becomes tarnished, you lovingly polish it until it gleams like new. It becomes special because you have made it so, and it grows more beautiful and precious as time goes by.
Yep. And another thought I had is that as you work at something, your love for whatever it is grows.
Yeah. It's like the idea of like when you go on a mission, and I heard someone say that, you know, the missionaries who really, really do good and who really, really appreciate their mission more are the ones who pay for it.
So that's kind of all we have to say on work, right?
Yes, I have one more thing to say on work. Okay. So sometimes I get discouraged because it seems that, you know, there's so much to work on in the relationship, and that's why I love Dieter Thorpe's quote, is because he says that it's going to take forever, and that's not a bad thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. We'll see you guys later. Bye.